Hello, I'm William, and I'm the violist in the quartet. And I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the rehearsing and just getting started. So we had to get the music somewhere, and we ended up deciding to ask for a curbside pickup from the library, and that took a while to get. So what we did in the beginning was we looked out of a score, and we just had to do what we had to do. And then I still remember our first rehearsal, and I was kind of enthralled by just hearing a cello tune and just how beautiful the violin sounded. And it was just amazing because I haven't really had that experience in such a long time, since March. And I just thought that was very beautiful.
Hi, I'm Roland Kahn, and I'm the cellist in this quartet. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about some of the strategies and changes that we've had to implement this semester. So as William mentioned, we began the semester all online before transitioning to synchronous classes. And though we were all intending to meet together, we oftentimes had rehearsals with 3 or sometimes even 2 members due to COVID scares. And so in those circumstances, we would have them join via Zoom using the Zoom recorder. This is the Q2N, the same recorder that we used for our final performance. We would hook them up through Ethernet in order to reduce the latency, and then run the participant who is joining through the recorder through a loudspeaker in order to mimic their live presence as much as possible. So even though this semester has presented some challenges and been difficult, I think it has nonetheless introduced new and innovative ways for us to collaborate with each other.
Shostakovich left behind a remarkable legacy, and was a man whose artistic career was inseparable with the ruling Soviet regime. A particularly striking moment in his life happened 10 years before he composed his third string quartet. The year was 1936. It was a significant time for many of the wrong reasons. The Great Terror that eventually saw around 1 million people killed over a 2-year span had begun, and many of Shostakovich's friends and family were killed or imprisoned. The newspaper Pravda attacked the composer, with one article blatantly titled, "Muddle instead of the music." Joseph Stalin and the Politburo were present at a performance of his opera Lady Macbeth around this time, and a terrified Shostakovich took his bow after the final act. Stalin had shuddered every single time the brass and percussion played too loudly. Shostakovich's treading of a fine line his entire life was captured vividly in that moment, and would undoubtedly affect his later artistic vision, of which the third string quartet is included.
Shostakovich wrote this quartet after the Second World War, where all the arts were placed under increasing ideological control. His third quartet was the only piece he composed that year, an implication of trouble and distraught. It has 5 movements, different from the conventional 4-movement format. But today you'll be listening to 2 of those movements, the third, Allegro non troppo, and the fourth, Adagio attacca. Composed as a war quartet, Shostakovich gave descriptive names to each of the movements. The ones we're performing today are titled The Forces of War Are Unleashed and Homage to the Dead. The third movement has a very energetic and violent scherzo. It is written in G-sharp minor and has themes of military mockery. It alternates frequently between time signatures 2/4 and 3/4, again adding to that theme. The fourth movement, in C-sharp minor, evokes an atmosphere of unbearable grief, as indicated by its name, Homage to the Dead.
Thank you.